welcome back to the Dice Tower's coverage of the GAMA Trade Show 2016. And I'm excited because I am joined now by Josh from CGE, who is here to talk about a few things to whet our appetite that CGE has coming up. Starting off with one of the biggest hit games in my game group of the last 2 years, Codenames. So why don't you start here and branch off?
Yeah, so obviously last year we've had our hit breakout game Codenames, and we could not be more thrilled with the popularity through the gaming community. So thank you to everybody that's enjoyed the game and shared it with your friends and family. I love hearing all the stories that you bring to me for that. So we've had a lot of success with this, so much in fact that we are at 18 languages already printed.
Really?
Already printed 18 languages, and we have at least another 11 languages to be printed before the end of this year.
That's excellent.
Yeah, so I'm really hoping that we're going to get up to like in the 30, 35 range. We have a lot of opportunities in front of us with Codenames, and it's super amazing how much everybody's been supporting it and loving it and sharing the word. So thank you to everyone. And kind of on that, the next thing I'm going to talk about is later this year, we have planned for Gen Con another Codenames product that'll be coming out.
Do you mean like an expansion to Codenames, or?
Well, for right now, it's another Codenames product. So what we're going to do is...
You're going to make this really challenging for me, aren't you?
A little bit. So it's kind of on topic and on brand for Codenames. But I did want to talk to you guys and let you know that we are developing that product, and it's going to use a kind of a different part of your brain. So instead of maybe just the word element, maybe you need to use the visual element to put your clues together. Okay. It's a really, really neat project that we've been playing around with, and Vlada is an amazing designer, and to see what he's doing and what we're doing with the product is really cool.
So it's some sort of variation, but it is grounded in Codenames.
Yeah, it's absolutely grounded in Codenames. Just think of we've kind of experimented, and we want to explore the space that we've created with the Codenames game and kind of the parts of your brain that get rolling and functioning, and we're very, very excited about it. Like I said, we're planning on bringing that out at Gen Con, and hopefully I'll have something before then, maybe for Dice Tower Con, to bring down and play with you guys.
Excellent.
If we do there, I'll definitely get you in on a game and bring that to everybody down there.
All right. Well, if you're not going to let me sneak any more info about it out of you, let's move on to the next thing you want to talk about.
So the next thing that we have that I can tell you is we have an expansion for alchemists.
Oh, excellent. And that's the one that incorporates the app in making the potions and everything?
Exactly. So you use the app to make potions, figure out what things are comprised of. So we have been working on the expansion, and we are planning on bringing that out at Essen this year. So the way that the expansion is going to work is it basically has 2 gameplay elements that you could add. Okay. I'm not going to get into a lot of the details. I'm going to give you some overview. One of them is you can add just more variety. You like the level of deduction required. You like the choices. We want to add a few more things to give you more variety with how to play as opposed to the depth of play.
Okay.
The second component that you can add on top of that layer is more complexity. Okay. So we can give you more variety, but then you can also add on top of that more complexity. So more deductive reasoning is needed to figure out all of those answers.
So you can have the options to either have more to do or make those things more difficult to figure out to do.
Right.
Excellent. Okay.
So I got to play it a little bit last week at our gaming summit that we do within the company in the Czech Republic, and it's really cool. I think people are really going to like it and be excited about it.
Now with these expansions, or the expansion for it, is the app still used the same way, or does it change the way the app is used?
Yeah, so for right now, it's still being used in the same way. Okay. We are going to explore the app and how we can utilize those things together to make it the best experience possible.
Cool. Okay.
After that, we came out with the new version of Through the Ages last year. And there's already been a lot of demand and outcry for Through the Ages expansion, and Vlada has also been working on that. So our plan later this year, again for Essen, is going to have a Through the Ages expansion. So it's going to add some new wonders, some new leaders, some new stuff, and you'll be able to mix all of that in and add that to your new version of Through the Ages.
Excellent.
Yeah, so we're excited about that as well.
Okay.
And then we have another project, which I almost feel bad for telling you that we have this other project because it's we're still in the development phase.
Okay.
And basically right now it is unnamed game. Okay. Internally, we know what we're calling it, we know what we're doing with it, but we do have a standalone game project, a full-blown game project that we are targeting for Essen as a new full game release. So instead of a continuation of something like Codenames or an expansion like with Alchemist or Through the Ages, we have a complete standalone game that we're working on that we would like to be done for Essen. But most importantly, if it's not ready, we're going to wait and bring it out later because we want to bring you the best game that we can bring you.
Okay.
We don't bring you games on a timetable. We bring you games when they're ready.
That can pay off.
Yeah.
Now, can you talk about what's the mechanics, the mechanisms, the theme behind it at all?
Sure. So it's a board game.
Okay.
It's going to come in a box, and you're going to play it.
You're
Going to have fun.
You're making this really challenging.
So, like I said, I almost felt bad for telling you, but I did want to let you and all of the viewers know that we are working on another standalone project, so people don't just say, oh, well, they're just redoing the hits. We do have new things in the pipeline, but we want them to be ready and prepared to bring to you.
Is this new mystery game being completely developed in-house, or is it, okay, so it is your project that you guys are working on?
So we work with a lot of great designers, and they've been working over the years on some of these games, and they brought them to us, and we did a lot of playtesting last week in the Czech Republic at that game summit I went to, and we did a lot of work on it, and I'm excited about it. Like I'm ready for it to be ready, so I can tell you more.
Me too.
I just want us to get to that point, and as soon as we do, obviously I'm going to tell you guys and come on. So.
In the meantime, though, it looks like Gen Con, Dice Tower Con, Essen are kind of the targets to really have the next steps of these things to reveal.
Right. So far, the way that Czech Games has been working over the years has been all of their games would come out at Essen. That was their model. They're a European company. That's nothing wrong with that. Last year, we pushed forward Codenames release to Gen Con, and they saw the positive response from the crowd there in the U.S. market, and they got really excited about that. So now I've moved up one of the games to Gen Con to win possible. Again, we don't work on a timetable.
Of course.
If it's ready, we're going to bring it there. So that's our target. And we're aiming on hitting that. This Codenames product, I see no reason it won't be available at Gen Con, but we want to give something to the U.S. market as well, because so much is like, well, everything's at Essen or everything's here. We want to make sure that our fans in the States or that come visit Gen Con from overseas or anywhere, we have something new to present to them and to interact and engage them with.
Okay. Well, Josh, I don't know exactly what I'm excited for, but you have gotten me excited for it. So thank you.
It's exciting.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, guys.
All right. And in the meantime, keep watching Dice Tower for more coverage at the 2016 GAMA Trade Show.